This is AO Pick Madame, and this is the recap for Ready to Love. So, of course, this week they switch off, and it starts off with the women meeting up with Tommy at the wine bar. Y'all, Kimber came in with this cute wig on. I was here for it. And if it wasn't a wig, her hair straightened was cute. I just have my issues sometimes with that deep side part thing. It wasn't terrible. I'm just saying that ain't my preference when I part my hair. I don't know. I was just like, ooh, Lord, what is going on here? Everybody live for that, like, woo. I don't understand. I'm sorry. I digress. So they were talking, and y'all, Reva thinks that, you know, she kind of thinks she has a chance with Mario, but not really, because Mario has some things to figure out. And that day was the first day she'd seen Tandy since that barbecue pool party. Y'all, Divine ended up inviting London over to her house. Coincidentally, that day was his birthday, and so they're talking, and so she was like, you know, what's been going on with you? What you got going on? And, you know, he was like, well, you know, my birthday. So she was like, what? It's your birthday? Oh, I'm so sorry, I forgot. And I was like, girl, what? What you mean you forgot? You try to act like you live for this man, you forgot his birthday. So they ended up eating these chocolate-covered strawberries with one another, trying to have a moment. And, you know, she started asking questions. Like, so how have things been going with you and Alexis? And how do you feel about her? And where do you see things going? What is that connection about? Like, do you really have this connection with her? Like, she was doing the most, to the point of where if London is turned off, I would understand. If he wants to have nothing else to do with her, I would understand, because she's kind of doing the most. And my thing is, you're there. You're a part of a process. So why is it that you think that it's cool, okay, or, you know, it's all right for me to ask him these stupid questions? Like, either he gonna pick you or he gonna pick her, or not now, one of y'all. That's what it's gonna be. Like, ma'am. Y'all, she been acting more and more like, had me look at her like, are you all right? Are you all right? So yeah. But anyway, she did all that to eventually act as though she actually hadn't forgot about his birthday, which she hadn't. She went and a cake appeared from out of nowhere, and she went and got some balloons, and she was like, I would never forget your birthday. And I was like, oh, Lord. And y'all, before that, oh, wait a minute, the cringe. Y'all, I almost forgot the cringe. I'm glad I looked at my notes real quick. Y'all, the cringe happened. This heifer had the nerve to be like, you know, so, I mean, is it me or is it Alexis, basically? He was like, you know, if I had my choice, I would, you know, choose you. Definitely. So she was like, okay, so, you know, go dump her. We're together. We're boyfriend and girlfriend. I was just like, ma'am. And I mean, she was dead serious. Dead serious. And I was like, and he is just like, I don't know if this is a red flag or what. Like, he is like looking at her like this is a turn off. Like, it's too much. Y'all, Alexis ended up inviting Jimmy out, because she wanted to, you know, see what was going on with him, see where his head was at, you know, see if he can be serious. So basically, he said that, you know, in his confession, he was like, well, since Kimber don't want me, let me see what Alexis talking about. And remember, he actually gave Alexis that artificial heart, as he liked to call it, when he first laid eyes on her, literally the first day everybody met each other. So they talking, and I cannot, like, I can't, like, Jimmy is just so, I feel like he's a mental patient of some sort, because, like, he really had me and probably a lot of the rest of us fooled when we first saw him and now, because his personality did not seem anywhere like the way he's been acting, and I'm not here for y'all. Anyway, they end up trying to have their own little personal conversation, trying to see where their heads are at. And so he was like, you know, do you want kids? And she said, yeah, I want like 3. And so he was like, oh, okay, because he has like at least 1 son. And so he was like, well, you know, how we gonna take care of these 3 kids? You know, what we gonna do? You know, And so she was like, well, you know, there's going to be money and, you know, nannies and all this other stuff. Like, things are going to be in place and you can always take them with you. So he was like, man, you can't take them everywhere. You know, if we go to somewhere like Paris or something, trying to have our time, our little sexy time, we can't have the kids with us all the time. And like everything that he said, she was just like not here for his responses. And I'm like, girl, And even in his confessional, he was like, well, Alexis is she's not the woman I thought she was. And I got to do what I got to do to get Kimber back. I got to do what I got to get her. I got to do what I got to do to get her. And I was like, oh my gosh, I think she's done. Really think she's done, because I know I would be done after all that. Now, let me address something really, really quick. As far as what happened the last time, it is somewhat of a red flag if somebody decides they don't want to talk about their past. But at the same time, he brought up a situation that he already knew she was sensitive about in front of other people who didn't even know the situation. She said that she told him that in confidence. So my thing is this: could you not have come up with another way in private to get her to open up about, you know, what went wrong in that relationship, to see what you can do in order to really get in there with her so that y'all can be a successful couple, since they didn't work out? Like, I don't know. And my thing is, I'm not trying to ride for her. I'm not trying to be like, ooh, she a woman, let me, you know, take up for her. I'm not trying to do that at all. I'm just saying, why couldn't he somehow see it from that way? But in my mind, like I said, I need to know if it's a 51-50 type of situation going on with him, because like I said, his personality has been off. He's been going off the deep end. I don't know if he's off of his medication. Like, that's how crazy he's been acting as of late. So yeah, he just sat up here and so I said, I don't know what I gotta do. I gotta get Kimber back. I gotta get Kimber back. And I'm just like, she done, sir. Bruh, she done. Get over that. Y'all, Carrie went to Kimber's house. She invited him over for like drinks and like little chip and dip type of situation. Y'all, she was like, you want some chips? He was like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay. He gonna, you know, act, you know, kind of relaxed today. No, he was like, you got any ground beef and whatever. I was like, she had salsa and she had like margaritas or something like that. And, you know, it was going to be a light type of situation. You should be doing more talking than eating. Pretty sure this was not a dinner from the way that she was talking anyway. So I was just like, no, this already ain't going to go right. So, of course, he brought up old boy Jimmy to see where her head was. And she was like, you know, that was an unfortunate situation. I thought we were going to go all the way. And he tried me. And, you know, she ain't here for it. Because, you know, he wanted to make sure that he wasn't trying to play his cards in her direction. And, you know, y'all, he had the Carrie had the nerve to, like, try to come up with some kind of basketball analogy. He was like, you know, I'm the star player. I'm not, you know, on the bench and trying to come off the bench. I'm the star player. And I feel like he's a star player, too. So I don't want to feel like I got to compete with somebody else. And so, you know, she was like, you know, there's no competing. I'm done with him. I'm pretty sure I'm done with him or whatever. And y'all, Kimber was sitting up there. At one point in time, Kimber was like this, like, looking everywhere but at her. I was like, girl, you so bored. Ooh, Carrie boring you to death. Please don't die on this man. Carrie was very bored. Like, she just like everybody else has already noticed, he is too reserved, too serious. When he needs to relax and just be open, he just seems like he's just so matter of fact about everything at every moment. Let's be serious all day, every day. Let's never relax. Let's stay tensed up all the time. Like, that's kind of how you kind of feel when you're around him. And I don't like that feeling myself. So she ain't here for him. Y'all, Brent ended up meeting up with Alexis, y'all. Alexis is going to be making her rounds this episode. You know, most of these guys are here for her. Brent likes what he sees when it comes to her. She said that she wants to see if there is more to him than, of course, just his looks. And they actually met up at this oil bar, this oil situation. And I was like, ooh, when I go to Atlanta or wherever in Georgia that is, I'm going to have to roll up because it was a big space. And I love stuff like that. I love oils. I love regular perfumes. I love all that kind of stuff. I think that could be fun. And you would create your own body oils. So I was like, oh, wait a minute. So anyway, so I just need to know, what is this outfit that Alexis had on? Like, it seemed like whatever it was like cutting into her. And I was just like, ma'am, are you okay? I feel like if it was one wrong move, like if a strong wind would have like knocked her into the wall, I felt like that was gonna puncture her breast. Like, I didn't know what was going on. Maybe I'm not seeing it right. Did y'all see the episode? Y'all let me know down in the comment section if y'all saw that ill-fitting or whatever was going on with that top, that dress, or whatever it was she had on. I don't know if it was a corset, I don't remember, but whatever it was not it. That was not the move. And I feel like she's too pretty to just be out here wearing I don't know. Maybe she just don't know how to dress like that. Now, I ain't no style expert. I never will be. But I just was like, is this too small? Like, you're already small. What is happening? Is it too small? Like, maybe that's what it was. And she wanted something super small so that she wouldn't have to wear a bra with that. And she just felt like, oh, if I have that and I could just smush everything in. And I was just like, what is going on with this outfit she got on? Y'all, I'm sorry. I can't. Some of the stuff like that part. Okay, I'm sorry. My bad. Y'all. I just felt like that, whatever it was ill-fitting. Y'all. So when they did talk, you know, he was like, well, you know, I'm here for you. I like you a lot. All I know is all the guys came off like court jesters trying to please the queen. And I just wanted to move all of them out of the way and I could come in, swoop in, do what I got to do. And, you know, y'all, eventually he was like, nobody's going to rush me. I'm going to, you know, go at my own pace. I can't be rushed. Nobody can tell me what to do. And everybody has already had their issues with him because he'll act so in between hot and cold. And it's like, you fine, but don't nobody have time to try to figure you out like that. Like, this is a short process. This is not like months upon months, years that y'all gonna sit up here and do this process. Like, I don't think people need to fall in love today, but I'm gonna need for you to get a real solid connection to where people know how you feel about them. You actually act the way that you're trying to make people think. Because at this point, nobody knows if you're serious or not. If you're serious about them, what you think about them, they don't know if there's a genuine connection. Y'all, to make a long story short, he is all the way here for Alexis, and she don't want nothing to do with him. She done crossed him off the list. She has him off her list. Done. I was just like, oh, Lord. And I mean, he really was like, yeah, this date went well. I think this went well. And I was just like, you having more enthusiasm in this confessional than we've seen you have all season. Like, when you're actually out and about and you're supposed to be mingling with these women. So whatever you think, okay. She don't see it, but you do. I don't know what you thought was going on, but you lied to yourself. Anyway, y'all, Ashima, Carrie, Alexis, and Darren all met up and they went out bowling. So apparently, when Carrie and Alexis last talked, she said to him that she hadn't been bowling in a long time and she would love to, you know, go bowling. And he set it up. So she already knew when they went there, and that ended up being what the location was for the little like double date that they were having, that he was the one who had a major hand in that. And she was very happy about that because for her, that shows that he does listen. Y'all, so, yeah, that was just about it. They had fun. They cheersed each other up and all that other good stuff. It seemed like it was a good time. Y'all, anyway, Jimmy met up with Kimber. Why Kimber agreed to meet up with him, we will never know. Like, I guess she felt like he really would have been able to somehow redeem himself, but that didn't go so well, y'all. So she rolled up looking good. Like, she always roll up looking like a snack. She do. She got body for days. Good Lord, she got body for days. She do. She look good. Anyway, so she greeted him. She acted the way she did in the beginning. And he was like, oh, girl, I thought you was going to be mad. And I didn't know if I was going to get a hug. And so she was like, you know, I'm me. I'm still the same me. So they started trying to talk, and he was like, I gotta apologize to you. So she was like, apologize for what though? And y'all, he beating around the bush. And y'all, he's still on his high horse. I'm tired. I can't. You know, she was just like, look, I'm gonna have to let you have. I was like, what? No. They were kind of going back and forth. And he does not like arguments. And since all she was saying was, you know, what are you apologizing for? And this ain't enough or whatever. And because she was passionate in what she was saying, he felt as though she was getting loud. She was like, no, you're mistaking my passion as me having an attitude or having a problem or some sort of negativity, and that's not what's going on. And so he was like, look, I'm gonna let you have it, I'm gonna let you have it, I'm gonna let you have that. But he's still on this high horse. Y'all, he think he can do no wrong. He thinks that he's in the right. And I'm just like, why is it that you're not understanding? Something is not clicking. Something ain't clicking up there. I don't know what it is, but like I told y'all, 5150. 5150 is going on. Some kind of mental situation is going on. And I'm not trying to make fun of that. Like, I really think that there is some kind of mental, chemical imbalance going on up there. It has to be. I don't understand. Y'all, it got so bad that it's like, in a sense, he tried to dismiss her. And she was like, I have been in better places than this. I have been kicked out of better places than this or something like that. And so she left. And he was like, I hate you leaving, but I sure like watching you go away. She was like, you might as well not even look over this because you ain't never stand a chance. You could never get this. So you might as well not even look. I was like, oh gosh, y'all. Anyway, oh man, I don't want to mess this up. So they ordered drinks, right? Tell me how trifling he is. I don't even know if she even had a chance to sip her drink. He downed his drink and he drunk her martini or whatever it was. And then he left. I was like, ooh, you so, ugh. Like, and I mean, he was leaving. He was like, y'all women. Like, he was acting the way he act all the time. He was acting the same way he was acting when he was with Terrell. He was just having these random outbursts. I was like, sir, don't nobody want you. Anyway, Mario and Tandy met up and went out on a date. And she was looking cute. I feel like she was looking real cute. She had on like this cat suit romper or whatever they call it, y'all, jumper, whatever they call them, y'all. I ain't wore one of them and I don't know how long. I forgot what it's called, but it was like pants that was connected and haltered top, all of it connected. It was red, like y'all know that red really popped on her skin. She was really cute. So they were talking about, you know, their connection, and you know, he was like, you know, I really like you and all this other stuff. But for me, I don't know how you would feel about my job, because he always brings his job up. So I was wondering why he kept saying it. So this day, he actually explained that for 4 months out of the year, he goes to his actual hometown. He's not from Atlanta. So for 4 months out of the year, he goes to wherever he said he was from and does tax stuff. So, you know, she's kind of made it seem like, you know, I'm secure in that. And I feel like she would be secure in that because she's done the plays and all that stuff. Like, sometimes you have to leave for weeks and months at a time and be away from your family. And so that's very understandable for her. She can understand that. She can completely relate. So you ain't telling her something that's going to make her be like, no, I got to be up under you 24/7 if you my man. You got to. And that's not what, you know, that's not how she is in a sense. But, you know, we saw her with Genuine on, what was that show? Your Man is Cheating on Us or whatever it was. My man is cheating on us or whatever. Your husband is cheating on us, whatever it was. She was having thirsty moments. I don't know if that was some TV stuff that was plot line-ish, but yeah. Anyway, her and Mario kept having a great connection, and eventually they kissed quite a few times, and they had magical moments. So I'm glad for them. It was before that even happened. He fed her a little bit of pasta that he had, and then, you know, like I said, they started kissing, and she was like, "That is the best pasta I ever had." Like, she went all the way off, and you know, it's all because of the kiss. So anyway, y'all, back at the wine bar. I'm sorry, Jimmy gotta go. Everybody, and people are like in shock and awe because when his name came up, Kimber was like, yeah, I ain't got time. we met up and he still didn't do what he needed to do. He didn't own up to the stuff that he'd done. I told him the way he acted was out of line. Like, he got to go. I'm tired in my spirit. Bye. He got to go. Everybody was like, what? I thought y'all were perfect for one another. I saw the chemistry. I can't believe it, y'all. Oh, I forgot. When he said, when they were at the little meeting, because I don't even want to say date, when Kimber and Jimmy met up, he was like, can you forgive me? She was like, God forgives, I don't. I was like, girl. Okay, y'all. So anyway, I like how Kimber's hair, y'all, Kimber's hair has been looking so cute. Like, I like it. I like how her hair was, except that one time she had that bun. I don't know what was going on, but yeah. That was the only time, but her hair was cute. Y'all, Reva discussed Mario, and she felt like she had the connection, but then Tanya started talking about Mario and all the kisses and things that happened, and she was like, oh, I've never experienced that before. And y'all, it ain't gonna work out for them, I don't think, unless Tanya do something out the way, or he do something out the way and Tanya done with him, so he kind of pushes himself into the arms of Reva. I don't know. Y'all, Kimber said that when she had a moment and she invited Carrie over to her house, you know, she was hoping that, you know, she would be able to have some kind of connection with him, but he seems to be way too mature and too serious and all that. You know, she said something about roach stompers, talking about this man's, like, dress shoes. I was like, ma'am, no. Everybody died laughing. And she was just like, you know, I feel like if he would just, you know, dress down sometimes and just relax, that, you know, the situation can go and flow the way it needs to. But y'all know, he just, the conversations just kind of bore people. And I understand that he's a man of a certain age, but he doing too much. You need to understand, you over here trying to get these young girls. If you want them, and the kind that you ain't over here being the daddy of, then you're going to have to go with the flow. And I mean, I'm not trying to say you need to change who you are, but you need to understand that this ain't what it was back in the day when you was married before and got divorced and was dating back in the day. You got to loosen up. Like, people should loosen up anyway. You cannot be serious all day, every day. Y'all, anyway. I'm sorry, Brent might go home because eventually, I think that Jimmy gonna go home at this point. Before I even found out, I was just like, this whole episode, he gotta go, I'm tired. And Brent is almost behind him, like, it's just too much, y'all. And Alexis is the only one who is here for Carrie right now, and Reva's kind of looking like, excuse me, wait a minute then, okay. That's interesting. And, you know, everybody noticed that she was quite busy that week because every time you looked up, she had a date with somebody. And they eventually got down to London, which we all know that Divine lives for. And Divine and Alexis are the two top choices for London. So London was talking about him, and she was like, we talk all day, all night. And he said that I'm the number one. So Alexis was like, well, that's not what he tells me. And we talk all day. Well, my day begins with him. My night ends with him. Like, I don't know what you talking about. But she was like, well, unless they got 25 hours in the day, he randomly get 25 hours in a day. I don't know how y'all had time to do anything because we talk so much. We do so much stuff. So, y'all, Divine might not make it because, like I said earlier, she been doing the most. And he already been looking at her like, okay, this is a red flag or turn off or whatever. Y'all, Reva met up with Brent. Ashima met up with Carrie. And Divine met up with Jimmy. Jimmy was telling her that, you know, arguing is a deal breaker for him. And she, you know, trying to talk to him and just figure out what's going on, what went down with the breakdown with him and Kimber and all this other stuff. They're talking to Carrie. Ashima's talking to him, and you know she's supposed to be a comedian, so she's trying to have these moments with him and just like, well, you know, the ladies like you, but they feel like you are too stuffy and you need to loosen up and, you know. get out of the outfits that you wear from time to time. Have on a little t-shirt, shorts, and some tennis shoes sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You gotta loosen it up. And so, you know, he's trying to make it seem like, oh, okay, well, I can do that. And then Reva, like I said, was talking to Brent, and she was saying the obvious, which is he's not really making himself available to people. Nobody understands what's going on, if there's a real connection or not, because he halfway talks to them. He's not open. And it's like always playing a guessing game when it comes to him. So ultimately, after it was all said and done, Jimmy went home. Jimmy went home. That's what I'm talking about. And he was looking like he was shocked. Y'all, he got in his confessional and he said that his character speaks for itself. I was like, yeah, it does. That's why you're alone. I'm really hoping that you're not trying to say that your character speaks for itself in the vein of, oh, I don't know why anybody would say something like that because I have this amazing personality. No, you come off crazy, deranged, and very delusional. So very, very delusional. No. Like, and you try people. Like, he literally was the one who was the aggressor every time arguments would ensue. So it's like, how you gonna say, oh, I don't like arguments, but you start the argument? Really? Really? Anyway, y'all, the way Ashima was talking to Carrie, she kind of made it seem like he was gonna go home, but he gonna be on the chopping block sooner or later. Like, I don't know how many they're gonna whittle it down to, like, for real. I think it's supposed to be like 3 true couples unless they switch up the formula in that regard. But yeah, Jimmy went home, hallelujah. Next time when it comes on, it's going to be everybody meeting the family and the friends of the prospective couple, you know, partner. Y'all, anyway, I'm tired, y'all. I hope y'all have a good one, and hopefully I'll be able to get through this next review. Y'all have a good one, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.